kind of bringing out one of the comps that was shown during MSI 2018, but they kind of like shifted from an Ezreal pick to the Kaisa, and parang naging ano to sa kanila. Yun yung parang nag-fall back sa kanila. They kind of impaled themselves on that because they went for a much more late game champion when they needed something na nag-spike sa simula pa lang.
So yeah, upon discussing that one nga sa AD carries,
Yes.
yung Jinx na sinabi natin, yun sana yung isa sa pinaka magandang pick, having those 3 bodyguards, and you pick the hyper carry. Although alam naman natin na traps really do work, and but Caitlyn is another pick na hindi rin siya ganun ka-viable dahil din yung spike niya. So para ka rin pumili ng Kaisa na mas delayed. So a good thing na nakuha talaga yung Ezreal, kasi mostly talaga Ezreal yung pinaka go-to pick nila ngayon. And I was thinking that Morgana as a go-to support then was able to capitalize dun sa shield niya, pero sa dami nung kayang i-deliver na magic damage, including doon pa lang sa slingshot, and then the damage coming in from Zac itself, nababurn ka agad yung black shield, and wala na, completely destroys everyone with the LeBlanc pick as well.
So mukhang straight from the get-go, 2 out of the 5 champions na nakita natin from game number 1 banned out immediately by IPT. Irelia and Zac yung mga nawala agad sa ating rotations. And doon nga pala sa chat, guys, kung may gusto kong sabihin sa amin, we are again checking the chat out. So nandito ata yung mga Mineski LOL pro players natin. Sila Kaigu, EXO atin nandyan din, nagbibigay ng pagmamahal nila. TG din, TG Bone.
Ang dami dito ang mga Mineski natin.
And as we go into the pickings natin, ito lang the emphasis on the ADC picks. IPT going for the Kaisa, pero because of that, we did say na hindi ganun ka-favorite si Caitlyn ngayon, but I think against this matchup where you have so much range with the Morgana and the Caitlyn, it is gonna be viable against this Kaisa. So we might see something along the lines of a Braum to protect this this Kaisa, or
Janna.
maybe Janna even could be good then, but we'll just have to see. I think pwedeng i-ban out ito ng TNC later on. There you go, you see the Janna, and even the Ryze. Loving this because Light is known for his Ryze, Ryze pick then.
Ryze pick, one of those control mages on the mid lane that you really want to nabanggit din. Ooh.
Okay, wait. Tingnan muna tayo. Okay, sige. Hinga muna tayo ng onti dyan kasi again, mahilig itong mga teams na ito mag left right sa picks nila, but it seems like it should be the Janna. There you go.
Yes,
make sure na lang kasi baka mawala pa yun sa next set of bans natin.
Oo, medyo delikado. And right now, TNC opting for Destalia, which is a very good idea since the roaming capabilities. Alam naman natin na mostly teleports are being brought here sa mga games ng professional scene, especially nung M side, Kingzone ran for teleport. So possible with this Weaver's Wall, mare-replace natin yung teleport into cleanse to protect. Kasi tulad na nabanggit ni Azrai nung day 0, sacrificing one summoner spell just for the roam and fast flash farming kinda destroys you. So at least ngayon, you have the Weaver's Wall to roam for your carries, to be the roaming mid laner, and then having that cleanse to protect yourself also. So ang naging issue din ng game 1 is this Graves and Zac combo. So we are going sa bannings ng mga jungle ngayon. So you see Olaf and Sejuani, nauna na rin si Zac and Skarner. So makakita tayo ng another ban, which is si Trundle. So I think kailangan pa natin ng mas malawak na jungle picks.
We might actually see more dito ngayon, assassin junglers, just because most of the junglers na binan out ngayon are junglers who have really good control and or at least have some crowd control in their arsenal. So parang ang sinasabi lang ng mga teams na to, we don't, or rather for IPT, ayaw na nilang makita yung TNC magkaroon ng Zac type of jungler, and lots of emphasis on that. What, 6 bans on junglers tayo ngayon? But TNC, hindi pa sila mawawalan ng pool. It seems like they're gonna be picking up Ivern naman ngayon para kay Burst. Ivern actually not having that difficult of a time ngayon for this jungle patches because tanda ko, you can actually set the Ivern quick take dun din sa Scuttler. Just put the circle around, smite it, napakabilis mo makuha yun.
Take note, we still have an open Xin Zhao if they want this, since Xin Zhao is one of those carry. And Nunu will be the another go-to pick, having that power spike and the runic echoes. Really gives a lot dito sa AP na kayang gawin ni Nunu. At syempre, Secure and Smite plus the Devour completes the secures ng mga objectives and the Scuttler itself. So kung mahaba yung sustain, more roam, the ganks, meron kang sure na ice ball, and then once you hit the ice ball, sure na yung arcane comment mo So, you have those damage na kaagad coming in. You also have the Blood Boil na magko-compensate dito sa power ni Kai'Sa since medyo item reliant siya for the early game. So, yan na nga, may nakita pa tayong Shen, and for this one, they are looking in for the Gangplank pick.
GP. So, at least kung yung Shen naman dito makakapag, you know, stand united sa bottom lane to get for that support. At least Orthros naman, on the other hand, can use his bombardment with that ultimate. Global parehas, lots of global presence ngayon, and TPs all across the board. Pero I think IPT has a much more stable pickings ngayon para sa sarili nila. They're not gonna be, I don't think they're gonna lack in early game kagaya na nangyari kanina, because they do at least have the Rise, the Nunu for the control as well. Better than anything than the Graves in this situation, and the Shen, which is really good for giving at least parang sabihin natin pang delay sa Kai'Sa. And don't forget, Light has an ultimate dead for you know, global control.
So sobrang ganda rin ng pagsagot ng IPT dun sa mga picks ng TNC. Although I'm really interested on this Ivern pick, since si Ivern nga medyo na stray away siya sa mga picks as a jungle. So medyo kakaiba, and this time TNC naman ang humawak sa Morgana.
And I'm super curious about this one kasi both of these junglers are more of the junglers that thrive on control around the map rather than going for crazy ganks or whatnot. Pero tignan muna natin, I could be wrong on that one. Anyways, mga kaibigan, as we set up to go into the Summer's Rift, game number 10, and who will win? TNC or IPT? Let's have a rundown of our players.
Okay, so for the side of IPT, that's IPT MJ on that Shen, Hate on Nunu, Light sa kanyang Rise, Marky for that Kai'Sa, and Shadow for that John.
And of course, for TNC Pro Team, once again, Icarus on the top lane with the Gangplank, Burst with the Ivern in the jungle, Haze on that Talia mid, and bottom lane duo will be having Demon on that Caitlyn and Orthros playing as the Morgana. So again, guys, nakikipag-chat tayo ngayon sa ating League of Legends community dun sa mga nagtitingin dyan. Sino tingin mananalo dito? It's gonna be IPT or TNC. Best of 5 tayo. And this is a game, or this is a tournament where all of these teams fighting for 100,000 pesos na first place prize. Hindi prize pool, first place prize.
Yes, indeed. So Asaray, what do you think upon having this two-team comps? Which do you prefer, or what do you think will be the one who's going to take this second game?
Not really gonna be sure about that, but there is gonna be an invade here by Icarus. Smart really decision naman to, because majority, again, because you do have that longer duration on the ward, and wala kasing kumukuha ng parang clearance of wards sa simula pa lang, nobody goes for the Oracle Lens. It's very easy to actually see more kung saan mag-start yung jungler mo, and it's very important kasi gusto mo malaman kung saan sila lalabas possibly sa mapa natin, and having a 90 seconds duration on that ward trinket is definitely gonna be something of an importance talaga.
Yun na nga ba ang sinasabi natin dito sa bot lane naman is Caitlyn and Morgana, both of those may poke, and you really want to be careful on those bindings and trap. So dahil din dun sa soil na tormented soil na dala ni Morgana, merong konting poke na manggagaling sa kanya, but of course you have the Janna for the shield and will really sustain the lane. At sa top lane naman, tamang chill lang ang both top laners natin. For Shen naman, talagang tamang armor lang, habang si Gangplank naman want to rush that Triforce, and meron na siyang crystal dito just to make sure na makakuha agad siya early shield.
I'm loving na bumalik na si Gangplank a little bit sa ating top lane meta. He's one of those champions before, way back, I think like what, 2 or 3 years ago, na has been reworked, and he is gonna be in a very bad position dito. I mean, yes, your barrels can definitely do good amounts of damage to Shen, but this earlier on, when the Shen has the tanking ability, he has the skill set, and of course the energy that can outlast mana. Napakadali mong makontrol yung kalaban mo, and that's gonna force Icarus to actually TP back into the top lane, meaning na ma-waste siya for give or take 5 minutes. So this is gonna allow well, at least maaga niyang ginamit. So hindi naman siguro mawawala to. He can still respond to the bottom lane if he ever decides naman.
Another thing is that dito kay MJ kasi, if you have those energy type and knowing na wala pang oranges itong si Gangplank, you can really go for that ton dire-diretso lang and go for the trades.
True.
Meron din siyang the skill set niya na mapaprotection siya on that circle na hindi rin makakabawi ng ganong katindi si Icarus. Knowing na wala rin siyang Triforce at this early part of the game, and Infinity Edge barrels ain't a thing para isipin sa trades na yun. Kaya may kita lang talaga natin kung paano ibully ni Shen for now. Pero alam naman natin na as we move further, Gangplank is one of those threats sa mid to late game with those barrels.
Like I said, napakaganda ng pushing ngayon. Actually, top and bottom, both heavily pushing against their opponents. Hindi masyadong makapag-clear na maayos ang Kaisa, and even the Shen can't really push quickly enough. Or I think he's just trying to slow down his wave lang. Anyways, there's gonna be a collapse into the mid as Light has to back away. Burst and Ace combination, mukhang hindi sila makakakuha doon. But still, that did push out a little bit dito si Light, and he has to rotate. Nuno naman is gravitating towards the top lane, guys, pero there is a big ward there by Icarus, so he should be fine and dandy, but no flash for him, so baka hindi siya makatakas.
Yep, ito na nga ba ang sinasabi natin. Here comes 8 going in for Icarus, and these are the barrels. MJ goes for the slow a bit and no follow-up. That's the flash and 2 flash in. That's the first blood sa kamay ni MJ.
Good Caminans, they knew what was up. Ivern really wanted to go for the fight, but wala pa masyadong low members ang IPT sa ating top lane, so hindi talaga natin makikita iyon. Good dodge from Shadow, and interestingly enough, this is a Shadow of IPTB. Definitely one of my favorite players. Ganda ng mga clutches niya when he hits that Morgana, pero it seems like he's having a little bit of difficulty here. Good connections with the Dark Binding there, and he takes a little bit of damage from Demon.
Yep, and another thing dito kay Shadow, he was known for his trash din way back nung mga MPGL. So sobrang alam natin talaga na he's more on the aggressive type of support, pero makikita natin siya ngayon sa kamay ni Janna. So hindi ganun kalakas yung trades na nakikita natin sa kamay ng IPT bot lane, pero still they are a threat if ever na magkaroon ng maling pwesto dito ang TNC.
You saw there, Light wanted to go rotate to the bottom lane. And again, this is just a very easy thing for mid laners na pag once your wave is pushed, obviously you don't want to overextend, and this just allows you to, you know, go for the side lanes muna, and help out your teammates, especially once he gets at level 6. Mabilis siya possibility na makakatch up siya dito. And TNC are playing it quite safe. There is a ward that will spot out the Ivern. I think there was a bump there or a ping sa ating Riverside dito, but Nunu should be there to push him out.
Yep, so makikita natin ngayon. Here comes Burst once again trying to kill Light dito sa mid lane si Haze, and that's the flash burn dito para kay Light to keep him safe. Pero grabe naman talaga ang nakikita nating rotation coming in from Burst. Talagang malaki ang emphasis na pinapakita dito na gusto nilang i-shut down yung rise ni Light. Pero wala pa rin tayo nakikitang effective na gang sa kanila. And so far, yung Nuno pa lang, si Hate, ang nagpi-pay off dito sa mga early ganks.
Haze on the other hand naman, he's just a combo god for now. Try niya na lang makapag-connect ng kanyang Skittles, or sorry, that's or yung kanyang mga rocks, rock bending and whatnot. In any case, wala pa tayong siguro makikita kills ngayon. Only oppression on the lanes. Icarus though, on the other hand, meron siyang Sheen, so he should be okay with battling this guy for a little bit. He has good damage naman ngayon, but Sustain is just too good. Remove Scurvy activated. MJ could actually go in with the flash, but it is on cooldown, so hindi tayo makakakuha ng kill dito. But at the end of the day, 43-33 on CS natin with the top laners.
I love the idea of MJ having that Tiamat. Puts a lot of counter para dun sa barrels. Kasi yung pushing power ng barrels dito ni Icarus, talagang mapupush na mapupush yung lane. But having that Tiamat really equalizes the equilibrium and puts a lot on emphasis na mag-roam na lang si Hate sa ibang lane. Kasi nababraso naman ni MJ so far dito si Icarus.
And what this allows MJ to do is he becomes a reliable split pusher. Siyempre, Shen, you don't really have good clear of the waves basically sa skill set that you have. So you either go for a Sunfire Cape or a Tiamat, which I think is a bit more cheaper, and then you just go for defensive items from then on out para lang ma-push mo na mabilis yung mga waves na ito. In any case, this is gonna allow him to have a little bit of threat on the side lanes habang hindi pa nagsispike si Icarus ngayon. But Icarus is doing fine. Look at his CS, 52, not really losing too much. And into the bottom lane, Marky is not actually losing as much as then against Demon. So which is really good here for IPT.
Yep. I think talagang dapat lang si Icarus dito is wanna take it slow. Avoid those unnecessary na paglapit niya kay MJ. Kasi knowing that naka-kleptomancy naman siya, so that's kind of sweet. Pero yun nga, going back, iba yung nade-deliver na kleptomancy farm So I think dapat hintayin talaga muna niya mag-spike siya sa Triforce and then from that point, doon na siya may pag-trade. But MJ, having a good time na kaya rin niya i-equalize, going for that Sunfire and the Titanic Hydra for much more.
Level 6 already activated here
sabi natin.
for Haze. There you go, the bombardment, but Stan United will be procced here and so many members from every side of these teams will be collapsing. Makakahuli pa sila, could there be a flash into the Shen taunt? Mukhang wala as immediately TNC disengages. Dark Bind will connect onto Light, but he is okay. Fine and dandy, losing a couple bit of HP from that one. But at the end of the day, Icarus is still pushing the top lane. So this will force MJ to use his teleport to go to the top once again. Kung nahuli siya ng Dark Bind, that would have been really bad for IPT.
Yes, indeed. It gives a lot dun sa space para dito kay Icarus na makapag-chill man lang sa top lane without MJ. Pero the quick decision na bumalik dun. And knowing na wala nang follow-up na manggagaling sa laban na yon, it was a good idea to reset all the lanes. And nakikita rin natin ngayon na wala talagang nag-go off dito sa early dragons natin. Although ang mga scuttlers is given a huge emphasis dito for both junglers. And nakikita naman natin for both AD carries, wala pa talagang huge item spike for them. Just the Berserkers leaves for both of them. And no one really goes back pa to buy some damage. And for the supports naman, wala rin talagang they're on their basic support item. Not much to consider as well. Nakikita talaga natin na nagpapakita ng item advantages is yung mid at saka yung top.
Yeah. I like how, kasi para sa akin, I feel like Talia is not really the craziest in terms of late game scaling dito compared against a Ryze. So I really like that Icarus has actually picked this GP. Kahit man nahihirapan siya sa kanyang top lane ngayon, he is again still keeping the CS really good just because that's a GP. Napakadali makapag-farm para sa kanya. And once he gets a 24, once he gets more of his items, he'll actually be able to outscale this Shen, who is actually in a pretty tight spot in terms of his items. Kung nakikita nyo ngayon, he only has a Ruby Crystal still on that Tiamat, but I think he's going to be building up maybe into a Randuin Spirit Visage, depending on sa kanya.
Yep, and
but look at that.
If I'm not mistaken, then once Icarus goes back, meron na siyang Phage. So makikita natin ngayon, Hate goes in now with the ult. And the miss and the flash being burned.
Absolute zero. And love that ultimate. Sayang walang AP ratio ngayon si Hate. That could have been something else. Anyways, they do see that there's going to be a 4-man collapse here. Immediately nagbamba out na lang sila. Ivern activates the ultimate now. And this is going to be TNC. Strong arming bottom lane. Nakita nila na si Luna sa top lane. And immediately, they pull the trigger. Very, I would say very methodical and napaka wise decision making for your TNC.
And ito naman ang magiging sagot ng IPT, but the ult coming in from GP, napakaganda to clear the wave. And alam natin na wala gaanong sieging power si Hate and MJ. Wala pa rin mga galing na rotation para sa IPT, and this TNC team goes for another objective. Sobrang aggressive na pinapakita nila, and having that Weaver's Wall on not on cooldown, is on active. Alam natin na wala rin gustong mag-contest dito dahil mazo-zone out lang sila and probably waste more time. So dapat magkaroon lang ng early rotation dito ng IPT or have some more farm. Pero
if they can get the top tier 1, this should be fine. Medyo nahihirapan to kasi this is a Shen and a Nunu. Hindi ganun kalakas na kanilang right click. And this is gonna allow for Haze to go for the Weaver's Wall. Medyo mga combination ngayon. Si Hate flashes over the wall, gets the shield from Shadow, and look at the body blocks. Immediately nag-disengage na ngayon ang IPT, but they still don't get this top tier 1 turret. They could have actually gone maybe for the RH as well. Might have been a really good objective para sa nila to trade for that dragon, pero IPT, well, losing that one, but still gold not really too overwhelming from any side.
It's just that the objectives and the map control is pinapakita talaga dito ng TNC. And for that Rift Herald, it was a good idea for them lang sana rather than contesting, since they don't have that sieging power. Shen and MJ and Hate, wala talaga, and hindi nila talaga dapat.
They're forcing it na talaga. They really want to get the top tier 1, and everybody is actually here. Not what you want to do, especially na si Icarus nasa bottom lane niya. You can see the pings already by IPT. Guys, masyado tayo nasa top ngayon. Kala natin mag-respond sa bottom lane. We don't want to give Icarus any more free farm, and this is where it starts to happen na. Once nag-free up na ang lanes natin ngayon, once these people go for the different rotations, this is where Shen kind of loses in terms of the CS department against a GP.
Yep, and having that Triforce, talaga magkakaroon na sila ng problema dito. You don't want to have or to take part on any fights dito sa top lane because once na manalo ang TNC, makakakuha sila na ng referral next IPT further backwards dun sa advantage na pwede nilang makuha with that shed. So dahil nga ngayon, talagang eager na sila kumuha ng tower dito. Huge emphasis on this top lane and most probably makuha nila.
Definitely, but they could actually be engaged upon. Not really gonna happen. In any case, there is that threat. If you actually think natin ngayon, win conditions for both of these teams. For IPT, is more of the response, is more of them kind of adjusting muna kung paano magka-push ngayon ng TNC. And of course, TNC really wants that type of play style. They have so much control. I think they have also some pretty dang good engage then with Orthos, but on that Dark Binding, and really good, let's say, wave or fight control because of the Talia. Even though Talia isn't as painful as a Rise come late game, kasi sinasabi ko kanina, possibly, it's just gonna be so much control na. Sabi mo sa Weaver's Wall, and we've seen it happen, I think, like twice or thrice na dito sa ating labanan.
Yep. Although hindi pa talaga totally na maximize, pero sobrang zone out, and furthermore, na nahihirapan ang IPT to step out sa kanilang base, and TNC here rotating dito sa side ng Rift Herald, and no huge objective so far. Talagang tamang map control lang, and towers after tower fades.
No first item yet for the ADCs. I think they're already recalling so they can start to get that. Hate once again might actually get caught here, but misses by that Dark Binding will allow him to be fine. But this is what we're talking about. It's not only the junglers that will focus on the scuttlers, lalo na majority of the members or a majority of your teammates will definitely put much more emphasis on that. Light though could be in a very bad position here, but he's all good in the hood. I think his passive activated there, a little bit of movement speed boost.
Yep,
he should be fine.
You can see here, Kaisa already has his the Ginsu Rage Blade, and furthermore, wala pa rin talagang gamit dito si Caitlyn. Sabi nga ni Asray kanina, Caitlyn is not the one who's active dun sa, or mabilis magkaroon ng items dito sa ganitong part ng game. And ito nakita natin si Shen, kumuha na ng Titanic Hydra. I was expecting him to go for the Sterak's Rage habang may Tiamat muna, but he still go directly dun sa Titanic Hydra. He wants some damage compared dun sa armor talaga na totally na talaga siya yung sa gitna ng laban. And you can see here TNC moving on the top lane. We have the Weaver's Wall na active, and the United Stand dito gagamitin ni MJ para habulin si Icarus, and magiging biktima na naman siya. And with the ult and the absolute zero pops out. Icarus
much committed on the kill, but if they can transition that into a turret, definitely gonna be a huge bonus ngayon para sa TNC. Hate is gonna be, of course, you know, giving that escort service for his teammates so that he can get out scot-free without taking damage from that tier 1. They got the mid, they get the bottom, and this is actually a pretty good trade for IPT ngayon. They're kind of alleviating everything that's happening here. They committed onto the gangplank even though Mary removed Scurvy. It worked well for them. Walang nag-punish them. Not sure where the Talia was. She could actually have gone maybe for the Weaver's Wall and have punished them, split them up. Napakadaling ano yun, pero didn't happen, and IPT capitalizes.
Yep, that's two towers sa kamay ng IPT, and ang gold advantage ay napunta sa kanila ngayon. Napakagandang rotation na pinapakita nila, and you can see here TNC Demon having that rapid fire cannon.
And just want to reiterate again, this type of composition for both of these teams, kahit man meron silang different iterations of how this composition works, it feels like these champions that they have picked are more for the objective control rather than skirmishes or team fights.
Yep.
This is gonna be them looking to control the dragon, the scuttlers even more. And again, napakalaki ng committance on the scuttlers. Not sure kung magkakaroon tayo siguro ng bagong UI in the future na scuttlers will actually have an indicator kagaya nung dito sa mga dragons na nakita natin.
Yep.
But I think it's a very important thing unless Riot decides to change it, you know. Anyways, I think majority of the scuttlers after the initial ones being taken immensely by TNC.
Yep. So, nakikita nyo naman ang map control na pinapakita talaga ng TNC dito, and they want this Drake, the Mountain Drake, once again, para sa kamay ng TNC and possible na mag-erupt ang fight dito. And tulad ng sinabi ni Asoray, yung mga lineup natin na nagbibigay ng objective, doon para sa jungler natin yung si Redemption dito sa kamay ni Burst at saka yung brush niya, ginagamit niya for blind spot. And here comes, you can see here this with Candy and the Weaver's Wall para ma-zone out dito. Once again, the utility and the objective control na pinapakita ng both teams, hindi dahil sa gusto lang ng teamfight, sadyang gusto lang nilang kunin ng objectives and mamba out.
IPT playing it really dang safe. Weaver's Wall, like you said, just to zone them out. Pag pumasok actually sila dun sa very small corridor, they could have dropped every single thing, and IPT would have just what was the word for it? Like evaporated. And of course, Shen not really gonna be there in the fight. He just wanted to go for the split push up top, put a little bit of the waves there. But this is gonna be dangerous for IPT ngayon. We do know that once you get enough Mountain Drakes, napakadali mong mang-shred ng turrets. And against Icarus, who's actually already pretty good at split pushing, you don't want him to be able to capitalize upon that, and you just gotta be very, very careful. Anyways, no IE yet for Demon here, and gotta say, IE is not a viable first item anymore for ADCs because they've changed it from crit to true damage. It doesn't, I believe it does not have any more crit chance, so hindi siya ganun kagandang first core item. It's better like as a supplementary fourth or third item. Anyways, RFC will be the better choice for him. Get that extra range, pop block and drop it para sa kalaban niya. So we'll see.
Another thing is, isa rin siya sa pang siege power dito sa RFC na to. So having that RFC and that Mountain Drake, talagang alam mo na yung siege power na nagbo-boost dito sa TNC, napakalaki na. Compared dito sa IPT na halos walang nagko-compensate sa sieging power na to, si Kaisa lang talaga.
Yeah. Again, this is IPT really committing on the Kaisa. They're the team that from game number 1, they picked it immediately right from the get-go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The easy take from the Ivern, man. Sobrang dali niya makakuha ngayon ng Scuttler. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if he's gonna be effective on solo queue, but on competitive or on pro scene, he has seen a little bit more of the love. Napakadali niya makakuha ngayon ng objectives stuff such as that. They're actually gravitating towards the Baron here, but I don't think it's gonna be a go for them.
It's kind of interesting that you have those emphasis sa Scuttler, but yung Rift Herald dito, hindi kaano kinukuha ng mga teams natin, knowing na pares objective type yung lineup nila. So, medyo hindi lang na ma-maximize yung power na pwedeng, yung sieging power na ibinibigay dito ni Rift Herald. Might as well sana na kinuha yan ng IPT to answer back dun sa mga kayang gawin ng TNC for those double breaks.
Yeah, gotta give it though to both of these teams. I mean, again, I haven't casted League of Legends in quite a long time, and during this parang phase na hindi ako napagkasama nila, I've seen teams be a bit more over-aggressive, try to force out objectives so that they can get the advantage, but some of them just go for the safer playstyle. Haze here might actually get caught up. Light is gonna go for the kill, but the heals is gonna be too real, and Light could have actually skadoodled or botched his way out, and he's gonna go down. Oh my goodness, Haze played it so perfectly. Stan United though,
still alive.
A little bit too late on that ult. Okay.
I think upon seeing Morgana and Ivern, that's the time you should use the...
I was saying about how these teams kind of play a bit more passive and don't really over-aggress. And still, I have to stick with that because I felt like that was just a little bit of sneaky beakies by Light. It could have gone either way. Kung tumama yung kanyang Q on that last tick, might have killed Haze, pero napakaganda ng pinalay doon ng TNC. I think they dropped down a Redemption plus the heals or the shields as well from this Orthros, giving him so much HP back.
Yes, indeed. And tulad nga na sinabi ni Asoray kanina, hindi na magandang piliin ang Infinity Edge, and you can see the old Gangplank Triforce Infinity Edge combo into Triforce to Sterax Rage. So mas better, mas matagal yung time na makapag-setup ka ng barrels and survivability. And also, nakita ko kanina na kompleto na niya yung 500 silver coins. So I was thinking if he's going for the death ball or the cannonball. So more power para sa ating Gangplank dito, and you can see here, wow, Demon picking Infinity Edge instead of a different.
All right. So we'll see muna if this is actually going to be working in his favor. I felt like it's not really going to be as much. That's why we see more of these champions na, again, benefit so much from Ginsu's Rage Blade. Exactly, or in the Runons as well. Such as, again, the Varus, the
I was thinking of
Kaisa.
that Varus for a pick against Kaisa rather than Caitlyn, but you can see naman he's opting for, I think his next item would be a Renance.
Yeah, but I'm still thinking lang dito, since this is still, I think since 8.9 is still a very fresh implemented patch, these teams are still kind of like adjusting to it, seeing what works well for them. I mean, baka because you have already the RFC as your first item, you got yourself a little bit more kick with the crit, so okay ka na dun, even if IE doesn't really supplement that before. You have yourself the true damage that can pierce through ano rin, every resistance that your opponent has, armor as well as magic resist. So parang pwede mo ring, I guess, magamit yon. Could be something. Yes, and the funny thing for these supports is still they're sticking with this Ardent Senses, so nothing new for them. And this Ivern is still on the redemption, nothing much, but you can see also Nunu with that armor item, so mas nagiging tanky na si Nunu dito, and more of a frontliner na kinakailangan nila bukod kay Shen. Dragon's gonna spawn in about 3 seconds, and I think TNC don't really want to give this anymore. GP drops his ultimate right down right there. Hate will not get connected by the Dark Binding. Immediately TNC backs off. Although they do know that Light is straight up on top lane, and he still has to go for the TP or the ultimate back into the bottom side. Hate is trying to nom on the cupcakes, but still that Mountain Drake is hella freaking low. Hindi pa rin makukuha ng TNC. It seems like they're still gonna go for the take here. Shen is into the front lines. There it is, Absolute Zero into the middle of the fight, and Soul Shackle's activated right there as they go totally ham with Marky. One more auto attack para sa kanya. He gets a double kill. Everybody else from TNC is on the retreat. They're going for the chase, and sobrang agresibo ngayon ni Marky. He's going for the triple. He could go for the quadra. He could go for the penta. Habol na lang dito. Why is he not giving it to him? The multiple damage from the Kaisa with the 2 items goes crazy, mga kaibigan. And that's going to be a quadra straight into Baron.
And that's the power na pinakita ng IPT. That nung nag-ult si Marky, aasahan mo na walang backup. That's a 1 versus 3 ult, pero doon na pumasok yung United with Stand combo and the Rumble coming in from Light. Sobrang ganda na pinakita ng IPT on that fight, assessing of what they can have. Although 3 Mountain Drake sa kamay ng TNC, but the Baron being secured by Imperium Pro Team.
Now, I mean, on that spectrum, medyo nagpanic, I think, ang TNC. They felt like they had the positioning there, but they also used a lot of their positioning ultimates. I'm just saying maybe the Weaver's Wall is something that could have actually split that fight apart for them. But since ginamit agad ito ni Hayes, it wasn't available, obviously, when the team fight struck out. Just an easy flash for Hate. Tapos, you know, Marky going to town, having already the Rage Blade and the Runes Arcane, allows him to hit multiple targets at the same time. So pag nag-clump up dito on TNC, it's just gonna be an easy mode down para sa kanya.
Yep, anong nangyari din kasi dun sa laban na yun, yung Dark Shield is being used dito kay Icarus instead of Demon. So, the damage ng Absolute Zero na-absorb, but the damage nung kayang gawin ni Marky against that single target na naka-Sterach Rage na Icarus goes down. And then the cleanup coming in from Marky and Shadow sa backlines na yun, sobrang ganda. So, we are seeing rotations from Imperium Pro Team. Paano kaya nila ma-maximize itong Baron na nakuha nila against this 3 Mountain Drake TNC?
Definitely split push nation tayo dito ngayon. You got yourself a Shen, you got yourself a Rise, so they can actually solo lane, maybe top and mid, while the other 3 go for bottom. Another thing that we actually forgot to talk about dito, mga kaibigan, is that this is a new support. Blood Boil on a teammate, extra movement speed, extra attack speed, napakaganda, especially when you want to have more right-click speed, damage, and Kaisa definitely thrives on that, or actually ADC thrives upon that, and it shows again, she was just wrecking, basically Gatling gun sa kanyang ano ngayon, auto attack or auto attacks.
Yeah, dahil dun sa skill ni Kaisa na stealth and then attack speed, it maximized the blood boil as well. Kaya nagkakaroon siya ng Gatling gun effect. And then the AoE from its Q. Talagang alam mong talagang masakit pagka natangke mo. And having that Infinity Edge sa kamay niya habang may Gin's Rage Blade, that in a joke na damage na kaya i-dish out pag naka-free hit siya dito. Although sa kamay naman ni Demon, you have that static pero mahuhuli dito si Burst, umahabol si Marky, and here comes TNC, goes back, use the redemption, and IPT goes in for the second top tier tower.
And Kaisa doesn't really thrive on parang sabihin to, the criticals, but once you have that true damage na stack upon stack upon stack, because you have so much auto attack speed, it just destroys people left and right. And we'll see that later on. Anyways, nakita mo na ngayon, TNC very afraid of what's happening, already immediately using the ultimate of the Thalia there just to push them back for the meantime. But you gotta remember, they still have the Baron. Not sure how long it's gonna be in their arsenal. But it is going to be pushing quite aggressively with those Hadoken minions.
Yes, indeed. And ang problema naman dito sa lineup ng TNC, ang kakulangan sa kanilang frontline and Sterak Rage is not enough as an item para sa Gangplank na humarap dito. Nakikita naman yung damage ni Light. Sobrang unti-unti niyang na-wither down kung sino man ang haharap dito sa TNC team.
Dang.
And you can see here also si Thalia having that two needlessly large rod going in for that Ravenon's death cap. Medyo magkakaroon ng konting kick yung kanyang damage, but of course considering the Weaver's wall on cooldown, I think this will opens up IPT to rotate even more.
Yeah, even more indeed.
So tulad na sinabi rin ni Astroy kanina, this Nunu is a support. And if you're going to look at the other side of the spectrum, ganun din ang pinapakita ni Ivern having that Aegis of Legion, and then the Knight's Vow para mas maprotektahan dito si Caitlyn. Once na maramdaman natin yung Absolute Zero, dahil merong Aegis of Legion, medyo lessen yung damage, but that doesn't separate the fact na sobrang pang-set up yung makikita natin sa kamay ni Hate. And pag nagkaroon pa ng another follow-up dito ng AoE damage si Light, is I don't think makakapag-compensate doon ng Aegis basta-basta.
Everything for the Kaisa. This is like a really good composition for IPT, because now they're showing their true colors. They have so much damage with the Kaisa, so much protect as well for the Kaisa, and it's not the only thing that they have in terms of the damage department. You have yourself Light on that rise. That once he gets a catch off, he'll be that shotgun rise na, again, natin pinasikat ni Faker, I believe during 2015, 2014. In any case, MJ on the other hand naman is also a pretty good parang bruiser here for IPT, wherein he can stand on his own. Then on the other side naman, TNC, Icarus still in a pretty good position. He has IE as well as Eternity Force, but it might not be enough. Anyways, MJ be collapsed upon by members of TNC dito, but he got too much tankiness. And as nakita nilang apat yun nandun, immediately goes for the push on mid.
Yes, and goes in for the trade dito sa mid. Pero nakikita natin ang ult coming in from Icarus, but the damage is enough to take down the tower. The redemption is being used as well. Knight's Vow secured by Hate para mas maprotektahan dito si Marky. And grabe, sobrang kunat ni MJ with that itemization. Mag-compensate din yun sa power ng Titanic Hydra. So magiging kasama na rin siya o parte na rin siya ng threat na kayang ilagay dito. Although ang kulang na lang talaga dito kay MJ is Magic Resist to avoid haze on destroying him.
Yeah, but he has the Gargoyle's Stone Plate already. Again, this item just allows you to have armor and magic resist at the same time. Plus, when you activate it, you basically deal less damage, but you gain more damage, or you mitigate more damage.
Oh, okay.
So it's really good for tanks who just wants to be safe in the middle of the fight. And
it's more like improved Atmas Impaler way back then.
I guess parang ganun nga.
So, kita rin natin ngayon na yung mga support natin is driving out those items. So makikita pala tayo dito ang redemption is napunta sa support role, and QSS is being secured by Kaisa, and as well as a rapid fire cannon. So mas malaki yung chance ni Kaisa to proc that because of the runs and the attack speed she's gaining and the double attack coming in from Ginsu Rage Blade. So napakagandang pili ng rapid fire cannon sa kamay dito.
So we've been talking about more of the items here, how much they've been building it up, and it seems like IPT and TNC are stabilizing each other na.
Yeah.
Although IPT still has an advantage, 7,000, 6,000 gold lead para sa nila. And we still have to look around the map. Everything from tier 2s to IPT is still up. Hate is gonna get a little bit bombarded here. He actually goes for the consume on the Baron, pero I think he was activated there with some mortal wounds. No, I don't think so. No, never mind.
Ooh,
In any case,
oh
there you
wow,
go.
Marky pops off.
With the flash. Oh, actually, no flash. No needed, no
down.
flash.
Oh,
he just dives right
down.
into the middle of the fight. He got himself the heals. He got himself the shield. And all day, every day, Protect okay as Marky gets 2 kills from the get-go. And Ivern on this burst, on this Ivern will not be able to escape. Marky just get that 3rd kill for him. Nope. Light, of course, wants to get in on that Mula. As alam natin mga kaibigan, in 8.10, you don't get team gold anymore for bounty kills. You get it is given to those who get the last hit on the champion.
Yes, indeed, and this will open another Baron sa kamay ng Imperium Pro Team, successfully taking out the jungler and the rotations. Sabi nga na yung Asoray kanina, nag-stabilize na ang item. Nakita naman natin kung paano set upan ng IPT ngayon, and let's see if they can successfully open up this top tier tower.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be quite a comeback na for IPT. I mean, not really a comeback. We haven't seen naman the TNC go for a 2-0 yet. This is a best of 5. Again, nagraramdaman lang sila, and TNC straight in the get-go, napakalinis
wow!
nung kanilang game 1 drafting, but IPT kind of parang stabilized nga yung drafting nila. It looked a bit more evened out, but this Caitlyn never really got to her point na she bullied out the Kai'Sa. Hindi sila nakakuha ng tulong sa Ivern. It kind of like mutated into a game na parang both of these teams are just going for the control. Hate is so dang tanky. He's gonna go down, but Marky is still into the front line, actually getting pushed out there, being a bit careful, but because of that, mid inhibitor was also destroyed.
Yep, and knowing na wala yung United this time, talaga tutumba dun si Hate. Also, wala siyang absolute 0 on that point, so sobrang lapit lang niya, sobrang overextended. So, overstayed as well. So, at least they still gave time para dun kay Light na mabuksan yung inhibitor naman sa mid lane. It's just that not using haze on that Weaver's Wall para habang pinapatay si Hate, eh mapoprotektahan yung mid lane nila. So, at least you can still protect both of them. Pero yun nga, nakikita natin na unti-unti na nahihirapan dito. Grabe si Marky dito. Gusto niyang umabol, gusto niyang pumatay. There goes for the chase, the redemption, and that's the shutdown kill.
Even gets a double. Okay, we're not gonna reprimand Marky on that one. He's feeling Marky. It's all good in the hood. He still gets a double kill, so very much capitalized upon. Light activates it, immediately activates his shield, and Icarus is playing footsie on the brush, but there's just too much collapse there, and Light gets the bombardment, or rather the last hit. Icarus did good damage on Light there, kung nakita niyo naman, but not enough good damage. And in about 45 seconds, I believe, we are already going to be seeing the Elder Dragon come into the Rift. And
yes, and
yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
That's another juicy targets para sa team natin, and if TNC wants to go back, yun yung isa sa pinaka-edge na pwede nila makuha, having that empowered 3 Mountain Drakes. Yun na lang talaga yung pinaka-isa mong maaasahan, lalo na pag na-ace sila, the fast push comes in. Pero ngayon, ang IPT gusto na nilang matahan dito ang bot lane, and that's another inhibitor. 3 inhibitors down sa kamay.
The difficulty with that one is, mabot tayo sa point where in TNC's comp feels like it might not mesh well properly. Like parang they don't have good protect against IPT. Yes, they can clear out the waves fine because they have Icarus and Haze on that assignment. Pero once the fight happens, once they kind of split apart the members of IPT with the Weaver's Wall, sino mas split mo dun? Light, Hate, and MJ are all to the point that they're actually pretty dang tanky, and Light has already a Zhonya's Hourglass. So parang once that Weaver's Wall comes out, or rather pag nag-Weaver's Wall siya, Hourglass ka lang, everybody flashes over, or they just wait for the Weaver's Wall to go down. Light is still is alive, kung si MJ naman na nahuli nila, he's too dang tanky. So parang paano nila i-shred lahat ng ito? I mean, the only thing for TNC right now is to maybe catch IPT off rotation. If they find one with that Dark Binding onto Orthros, or if they find one by Haze na ipa-plop niya yung any of the members of IPT, especially Marky, that may be a possibility dito. But once they have that Elder Dragon, yeah, narinig yung mga moves ko. It's
the doubts.
Yeah, it's gonna be very difficult for TNC to come back.
Yes, indeed. So, sobrang nag-agree ako doon. Ang problema kasi dito, Azurai, if you're going to, another jungler thing to eh. If you're going to compare the power of Burst Ivern against this Hate, sobrang nag-scale na ng sobra dito yung Nunu. And having that Daisy to protect the lineup, hindi siya enough. If you have that Runaans, parte lang din siya ng papatayin dito ni Marky. And I must agree to that Weaver's Wall na pag kami nahiwalay nga, that's the time talaga na mapoprotektahan ng IPT yung mga sarili nila. Meron kang United Withstand, meron kang Realm Warp, si Janna, yung ult niya. So, sobrang kompleto Ricardos if ever that they want to separate the IPT team. Hindi mo talaga gugustuhin na may pagsabayan dito. But ayun na nga, nagamit ang Weaver's Wall. There's no time for them para maprotektahan pa.
Again, I think it's just both of these teams kind of trying to bring different things to the table since parang nag-a-adjust pa tayo again to 8.10. Medyo sirampla ko na ako doon, but I think this is also a reason kung bakit nangyayari yun. But I think after we've started with this, parang sabihin natin, flavor testing games natin. Game number 1, game number 2.
Ito yung experiments talaga.
Experiment stage to, I'm feeling. We're gonna be seeing TNC go for more sabihin natin standardized junglers where we might see a Skarner come back into the fray then. That's really good for Scutter Control, I feel, and you have yourself the hook. Anyways, this is gonna be IPT looking to go for the closer. Let's see if Marky can get his pentakill or baka makabawi pa sila. They're forcing the fight right now. They actually get a collapse onto MJ, but he's too dangling again as sabi ko. And here we go. Uses the Monsoon on the Janna just for that extra sustain, and nobody is getting caught yet. Hate though, very low on HP, and Light is right here. Caught off the one, but because of that turret for TNC, hindi nila kayang mag-over-engage. Light activates the Zoya's Hourglass, and here you go. MJ's gonna be trying to protect him. Light flashes over the fight there, and here we go.
Grabe talaga nangyayari dito, and ayaw nung patalo ng IPT, and Inhibitor is respawning all around dito. Pero ito na, they are going in for the hard engage. MJ goes in for a double taunt and an absolute zero catching tree. And wala na talaga magagawa dito ang TNC. Teleports coming in from IPT, and the second tower, hindi pa rin nila pinapasok dito ng tuluyan. Ang Inhibs ay nasa paligid pa rin. Red turret destroyed. Ika nga nila, unti-unti na tumutumba ang TNC. Sobrang healthy pa rin ng Light at unti-unti pa rin siya nanggugulo dito. And the follow-up for the team itself, talagang gusto nilang kunin ang mid lane and unti-unti nang tumutumba ang
super minions will be spawning on all directions, pero that doesn't matter anymore as even Marky has faltered. Finished pa rin ang game by IPT quite clean. TNC had the damage, but they focused all of that to Marky because they wanted to make sure the protect is just too good. Para ba isip ako ng meme mamaya guys pagkabalik natin. But anyways, that stabilizes our best of 5 to a 1-1. IPT coming back game number 2.
Grabe. Sobrang intense ng last part. Sobrang napaisip din ako na sobrang umabot na lang sa point na winiter down na lang nila isa't isa. Tapos nakita mo yung resources na in-invest na umabot sa point na makikita mo talaga kung sino yung nag-invest na sobrang laki for that late game.
Yeah.
And then it shows a lot on the IPT na yung carries nila nag-shine na, yung supposedly top laner na tank lang nagkaroon na rin ng damage. Ivern doesn't really showed off na not a huge threat really on those team fights na kaya.
So parang I just want to break it down really quickly dito. Game number 1, playstyle of IPT was just wait into the late game and have Kaisa again played by Marky scale up, diba? On this game number 2, if you think about it, same playstyle pa rin sila, but because they had more objective control with the Nunu, mas gumanda ang parang sabihin natin ang plan in mind ng IPT, which allowed them to just finish this game quite cleanly. Even though TNC had a good answer in mind, that Caitlyn pick para sa kanila, I felt like it was an okay pick. But again, ang problem was they never really pushed Marky out of his comfort zone. Na there was nothing in the bottom lane. Para sabihin natin, game number 1, game number 2, sobrang stable lang nila. And yung nagiging X factor ngayon for these games to actually win is the rotation of the junglers and yung control, yung control ng junglers doon. Yun
yung pinaka gusto ko i-highlight sa sinabi mo. Like, wala yung Zac eh. Wala akong dapat isipin as Marky eh. Pwede lang akong pumasok, pumatay. Kasi even Daisy kaya kong patayin. So, wala talagang kailangan namang pag-isipan dun sa late game na yun, and I was thinking na ba't wala pa ring Jinx? Kasi I think kung gusto talaga nila mas delayed yung laban, I think hyper carry will work.
Well, we'll see muna. Definitely looking forward to a Jinx. We can even maybe see a Tristana, which is really good for sieging. And again, sinabi ko na to, looking forward kung makakita tayo ng Draven, you know,
Yes,
the showman
Conquerors.
himself. Kasi again, there has been a spike with the Draven right now. I'm not sure. I think from the Conquerors,
Yeah,
Keystone.
Conquerors, Keystone.
So, anyways,
With
guys,
MF.
we're gonna take a very short break, and when we get back, game number 3. Again, this is the Bacchus Nexus Cup Upper Bracket Finals. Ang nga pala si Azrai, and of course, here with me now is
Osiris.
and we'll take a very short break.